It's another day in Liberia. Another day has broken in Monrovia. Welcome. This is I'd like to say good morning to all of you wherever you are again. This is the Kear Morning Show on Kear Radio FM 95.9 with me, Jefferson Weah. And this morning it promises to be good. A wonderful conversation this morning. Too many things happening in country, too many things happening in Liberia. The Minister of Commerce, should I say the Minister or the former Minister of Commerce? Amin Mudat has resigned as Minister of Commerce. Minister of Commerce, Trade, and Industry. On yesterday, the former minister resigned his post as Commerce Minister. He is now the former Minister of Commerce, Amin Modad. Why did he resign? That's the biggest question around. He was being accused of misappropriation of funds. Well, it has been circulated around social media that some monies are used that you have been used in fact for the ministry. It was being diverted to him, and then he allegedly used the money to purchase a vehicle worth over 100,000 United States dollars when employees at the ministry are finding it difficult, challenging come to work. This is the Kear Morning Show. My name is Jefferson Weah, and I'm here this morning. At 9 o'clock, we will have in studio Chairman Baron Brown, a prominent citizen of Liberia, resident of District Number 8. And he's also part of the media team in the office of Speaker Fonati Kofa. We will talk District 8. We talk about his work in the office of the Speaker. We talk the Unity Party government and other issues. So we have lots to catch up this morning. Be there while I'm here. Don't you go away. So let's talk about the Kear Humanitarian Foundation a bit as usual, and then we come and keep the ball rolling. It is a wonderful day. It's a wet Thursday, as a matter of fact, in Monrovia. It's a wet Thursday in Monrovia. All right, folks. So we're here and we apologize again. You know, the weather has not been favorable to us. It has been a very bad day, as a matter of fact, very bad weather. And but howbeit we are here. This is what we will continue to do. Uh, this is what we will continue to do as Liberians, as journalists, because yes, we signed up for this, and we must continue to work for the people. All right, we must continue to work for the people in making sure that information, the right information reach to them, and they take them in good faith. But howbeit, the foundation is here for you. Keep following Care Humanitarian Foundation. I mean, there's a whole new, how do I call this, rebranding of Care Humanitarian Foundation, and the station is ongoing right now. Serious work is ongoing, thanks to the general. Yes, the general, Mr. Munir Kishen, is popularly known. His friends around, those who are his close allies, they call him Monipo. But I mean, he's a wonderful man. And again, I will say thank you for coming again, General. Thank you. Welcome again. Thanks for being in Liberia. And we will catch up. I know that we're going to have a wonderful time together while we're here. Your stay in Liberia will, I mean, uh, it's not going to be like but I know you're having a wonderful time. So indeed, great work is ongoing right now at our facility at our office, and we say thanks to the general, thanks to the CEO. The CEO is not just a man who will do, but he even cares about the the the, the welfare of his staff. You know, uh, the environment, the work in. He cares about the environment of his staff, which is very much important. And the man we're talking about, he is not a man who will say, "Oh, you're in here. What happened?" You say, "Your tissue finished," but you just go down there and get some spare tissue. Somebody selling it for cheap price. No, he likes new things. He likes them to be. I mean, very new. Let go buy we need computer. Go get it. So no, you all go to the store and get a brand new one. That's the kind of man he is. So he likes good things and he wants his employees, his staff, to have, I mean, access to every good thing. Because Kia Radio, I mean, the microphone we're using now, you can see. I mean, it's a whole new thing, the whole new set. You see our studio. I mean, you enter here, you will know that yes, because the equipment now has changed. The mic we're using will change. Then new set of mic came from the US, and I mean, so this is Kear Radio, and we'll tell you that we're here to make the difference. We mean business. So the CEO, Mr. Christopher Kear, means business. That uh, Kear Radio should be second to none. Yeah. So we're here for you, the people. Why it is true that we provide humanitarian aid and support to other people in agriculture, in health, in sanitation and education. They, I mean, the people who are here working at Care Communications Network, their welfare are also being sorted out. So we say thanks to the CEO for everything he continues to do for us. And I know many people, um, you know, every time I'm driving the car, I say, "Oh, mommy, yeah, mommy, your station, but that's just it." The CEO is not a self-centered man. He's open to everybody, and it's a good thing. So, like I always say, keep following. For those of you, our page is growing, and let me appreciate many of you who are following us. So let me recognize a few of our followers online, those following us this morning via the Facebook. Um, I will say this thanks to all of you for always following Kia Communications Network. Yes, Miata. Yes, good morning, man. Boss lady. I mean, I respect her, Yeah, our boss lady, Miata Joy Fala, the acting station manager, Harris Tamba. He says, no, sir, Harris, I think it's okay now. You can check it because the sound is okay. And Pastor Christopher G. Kai, yeah, Uncle Chris, good morning. He said, good morning, Baba. Something Weah is also following. Something is a contributor here. He's helping in fact. He's one of our volunteers here. Thanks to all of you. Share the video, invite others to follow as well. And like I said this morning at 9 o'clock, we will have Chairman Baron Brown in studio. And this platform, this discussion this morning will also be live on Golden TV. So you can also follow Golden TV and Care Communications Network on Facebook to follow the conversation this morning here on Care Radio. So we have lots to talk about. Yesterday, Amin Modad, the man who took social media, he blocked Facebook. Somebody would say he blocked traffic on Facebook. Uh, he resigned. He sent his resignation letter in. He did not wait to be expelled or dismissed. He did not wait to be dismissed. And so he thought it was, what he thought was, well, what I can do is let me just resign my post before the president dismisses me. So I will resign my post as minister, and then Nobody will say, "Oh, the president fired me. The president dismissed me." That was his own way of, maybe that's why he thought was right to do. And so on yesterday, we saw the letter of the Minister of Commerce, the former Minister of Commerce, Ami Modad. Now I'll read a letter out to you, and then I ask you some questions. I'll read a letter out to you. His Excellency Joseph N. Boakai, Senior President, Republic of Liberia. I'm not going to read the content or the heading and everything, but it's October 9, 2024. Dear President Boakai, over the last few days, there has been public outcry over the purchase of a vehicle for over 45,000 US dollars. Though I have provided all documentations and facts that equivocally demonstrate that there was no malpractice, I am deeply concerned about the impact on my integrity and the administration. This continues to be a distraction from the real national issues and your agenda. I therefore wish to tender my resignation as Minister of Commerce and Trade and Industry, a position that I ably served with integrity and passion for the past 9 months. My family and I remain thankful to you for the opportunity to serve our people. I wish you and the administration the best as we look forward to a better Liberia. Respectfully yours, Ami Modad. Now, that's the letter the former minister wrote to the president. But I want to say this before my guests come in. I want to say this. Fellow Liberians, yesterday, the letter of the former minister of Ami Modad, Mr. Modad, President Boakai was about to address war leaders when this news came out of the purchasing of this vehicle. The LRA had confirmed that 96,000 was, allotted or allocated for vehicles, and he bought one. According to him, where he used his own money, it was not a money that was that Metec that bought it. But Mr. President, or those probably the president might not be listening, but there are people around the president that will be listening. Except this whole vehicle purchasing, is it only Ami Modad, or there are other people connected to this particular purchasing of the vehicle, of that SUV? The latest 2024. Is it only Ami? Why in the first place Ami will write a letter of resignation and send it to the president, and the president will receive it? In my mind, the president should not have received that letter in the first place. Should have waited and say, Ami, I'm not accepting your letter. Hold fast to it. Because Ami has a justification now that the president did not fire me. I resigned. Even though there has not been investigation, they have not investigated the matter. They were just talking about it. But a committee has now been set up to say, well, this committee will probe into this alleged purchasing of this 2024 SUV worth over 100,000. Because no government official should purchase vehicle worth more than $45,000. No way. You can buy a car that is over $45,000. So the man in his wisdom thought that resigning would save him from everything. That I will just resign, and then if any other investigation comes on now, it will not do anything, but I have resigned. Even though they'll go to airport, at least I resigned before, because I don't want the president to fire me, to dismiss me. I don't want the president to dismiss me. This should not be it. issue we're talking about is a very serious something. It is a broad day corruption. When people at the Ministry of Commerce, they barely get their salaries on time. But this man chose to get vehicles for himself. He rides comfortable vehicles, says comfortably. And then he says in the letter, his family, his character, and everything, they are all, he talked about integrity. He talked about, in the letter, he's talking about integrity. When you were when you were talking about purchasing a vehicle, in the first place, when the money came, you did not think about integrity, because the people who are working for you, did you have in mind that these people, they have families? Some of these people, they come to work, they pay their own way, they transport themselves. There's no means of getting home. Some people beg to get home. Well, I don't want to be the judge of this, but I think there should be more. There should be a thorough investigation. All of those people connected to that particular vehicle, the purchasing of that, all of those people connected, let them be brought to book. Conduct a thorough investigation that will bring people to book, Mr. President. Why? Why? People will commit. Look, President, whether you are treading on a good path, what is happening, the steps you're taking now, and I heard yesterday that even some president called some people, and some people even refused their letters. That was God. Oh yeah, they said some people refused that letter that the president even gave some people letters. Someone even hold it. Dismissal letter. Some people refused. And I told you on this radio that sources from the executive mansion, some of us, sources from the executive mansion have told us that the president, upon the president's arrival back in country, some people will be dismissed, either they be suspended or dismissed. So Amin Moda play a smart game that I don't want the president to dismiss me, yeah? Let me resign. But in my mind, I think the president should have just told Amin, say, well, I have not even started an investigation. So hold fast to your letter. But the president, anyways, the president knows what he does. I can speak for him. Receiving a letter, the president thought it was a wise one. Well, that's it for the president. People, when I told you, when the president appoints you, many people just came to power to enrich themselves. When people up until now, there are people who are, their children are not in school. Those people who are working at the Ministry of Commerce, the employees at the Ministry of Commerce, some of them, they are family members. Their extended families are depending on them to go to school, to survive. But you have a minister, a man who will just sit there and takes, he said, well, I will get this for myself. One, you alone, you sit down and you take everything. And you think this is a joke. Well, I can't talk much because I know my guest is already there. But let me recognize a few persons again on Facebook. I said, good morning, Kear Communications Network, following from Hustle Grant LPRC. Yeah, Gustin Tama, the most critical voice in District 16. My man, what's up? Good morning. The incoming pilot governor is watching from his comfort zone. It's a Jefferson P. I can't wait to hear our powerful chairman, Baron Brown, in studio. Well, that's it. I opened the lines. Yesterday, Minister Ami, the former minister, Ami Moda, resigned. You Liberians, what can you say? What does it mean? It's a right step. The president received it. What are there more? What are your thoughts on the resignation of the former minister Amin Modad? 0772 758 958 0772 758 958. Yes, my guest is already here. Chairman Baron Brown is already here, and we're going to have a wonderful conversation this morning. And we're going to talk. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. So let me just take this break. Let me take this break and be right back. Jefferson, what's up? Yeah. What's up?
Decent life our community is well polluted. We not even live a good life because a person that we drink from our well, we get sick from cold. We don't go and we drink water from the well drinking. We want the government to come in and meet for the touchy to tell maybe you don't know the responsibility. Let the government help us to tell them what to do in the community. Sorry, tell community so that we can be in peace. Because we're not in peace at all. We can't maybe Africa, the people when they say the death, they can we say on our road, no way for all you even pass. When you pass, we say you even come to buy your food, we say, finish cooking, you even able to eat. So we suffer it. The other water they coming down here, getting in our way. So we don't know what to do. Say even you sitting out eat from your hotel, the people will come and sit down eat from you. Toilet, or even in the yard when you not there, they can't sit in toilet. It's they say people drink this time, it's there when I don't know. I moved here 2018. Toilet in the town, everybody comes down here to toilet. So the toilet basically is just looking at the way. Even if you sit in front of your hotel, the people there even can't sit down right in front of you, they want toilet. Our community not safe when it comes to the food area, the people they will put out when they sure they want to bring it to us, they will drive it go. It's polluted, so we really planning for the community to come rescue to even get in the mountain that is the us. You have to go to find if you provide your food. We can't provide your food, you can't grow it, because imagination can people. Community will not know people want to grow. And leadership, so we don't know what the leadership is pretty much yes. And we wait for you once you go on your going to be an asset. And since they are here for you, they're going to jail. I feel bad because we're not living decent life here. Yeah, our community is well polluted. We're not really living good life because it's polluted.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you. I know that you do.
Well,
Well,
as
as
a
a
folks, my
spokesman,
guest
guess
is
it's
already
already
here.
here.
I
I
would
would
say,
say,
I
I
mean,
mean,
a
a
Facebook
Facebook
influencer,
influencer,
and
and
of
of
course,
course,
well
well
known.
known.
A
A
man
man
is
is
popular
popular
known
known
as
as
Baron
Baron
Baron,
Baron,
and
and
of
of
course,
course,
yesterday,
yesterday we,
I
I
mean,
mean,
the
the
invitation
invitation
was
was
sent,
sent,
and
and
in
in
no
no
time
time
he
he
accepted
accepted
to
to
come,
come,
and
and
of
of
course,
course,
so
so
he's
he's
here,
here.
and we're
We're
gonna
gonna
have
have
a
a
wonderful
wonderful
conversation
conversation
this
this
morning.
morning.
This
This
is
is
the
the
Kear
Kear
Morning
Morning
Show.
Show.
My
My
name
name
is
is
Jefferson
Jefferson
Weah.
Weah.
So
So
let's
let's
go
go
straight
straight
to
to
my
my
guest,
guest.
Chairman
Chairman
Baron.
Baron,
Good
good
morning.
morning.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Let me say good morning to you, my friend and brother, Jefferson.
Okay.
Entire management of this global institution. When I came here this morning, I saw some of my comrades that I've been knowing for a very long time. George, the Santos, and the rest of the guys. You guys are real professionals. I must commend every one of you for your sacrifices to our country. And I want to say good morning to the great people in my district, in our district, district number 8, Montserrat County, who are listening to us here at radio. And I pray that we have a beautiful conversation in the interest of Nigeria.
Okay. How was it getting here? Was it tough?
Well, I live in the district and I had to park, my vehicle to walk because I'm just 50 minutes away from the area.
Okay.
And sometimes it pays to exercise. Say, look, don't need to drive there and you walk They never hear it because the radio station is red, it is situated in the district, so I have to go there. It was okay.
Okay. So
So
first, let
first,
me
let me
ask
ask
you,
you,
how
how
is
is
District
District
Number
Number
Eight?
8?
Well,
Well,
District
district
Number
number
Eight
eight
is
is
okay,
okay,
and
and it
it is
is
the
the
bastion
bastion
of
of
all
all
of
of
our
our
politics.
politics.
We
We
always
always
call
call
District
district
Number
number
Eight
eight
most
most
rural
rural
country
country as
bastion
the
of
of
the
the
hub.
hub
District
district
Number,
number,
let's
let's
say,
say
Liberia,
Liberia,
because
because
it
it
is
is
a
a
district
district
that
that
has
has
the
the
three
three
branches
branches
that
that
host
host
the
the
three
three
branches of
branches of
government:
government:
executive,
executive,
the
the
legislature,
legislature,
and
and
the
the
judiciary.
judiciary.
The
The
executive
executive
management
management
falls
falls
within
within
our
our
district.
district.
You
We
also
also
have the
have the
University of
University of
Liberia.
Liberia.
So
So
many
many
times,
times,
politically,
politically,
when
when
we
we
attack,
attack,
we
we
say
say
district
district
number
number
eight
eight
is
is
the
the
hub.
hub.
The
The
entire
entire
country
country
is
is
in
in
district
District
number
Number
eight.
8.
The entire country
It's
is
in
in
district
district
number
number
eight.
eight.
And
And
we
we
always
always
take
take
pride
pride
to
to
say
see
this.
this.
Before
Before
we
we
get
get
to
to
the
the
district,
district,
let's
let's
begin
begin
with
with
your
your
recent
recent
appointment
appointment
in
in
the
the
office
office
of
of
the
the
speaker.
Speaker. I mean,
Did you
did you
see
see
this
this
coming?
coming?
How? Well,
Well,
on
on
a
a
very
very
serious
serious
note,
note,
I
I
didn't
didn't
see
see
this
this
coming.
coming.
When
When
he
he
contacted
contacted
me,
me,
I
I
received
received
that
that
private
private
call.
call.
I
I
thought
thought
it
it
was
was
just
just
one
one
of
of
my
my
friends
friends
who
who
called
called
me.
me.
And when
When
I
I
answered
answered
my
my
phone,
phone,
and
and
what
what
I
I
heard
heard
was,
was,
"This
"This
is
is
Councilor
Councilor
J.
J.
Fonati
Fonati
Kofa."
Kofa." He asked me, "Is this Byron?" And I said, "Yes, this is Byron." And he said, "Can we work together?" Then I asked him, I said, "In what capacity?" He said, "I want you to work with me in my office because you are a man in his words." Then I told him, "Chief, I feel flattered, but I'll think about it." After 1 week, I sent him a text. And I said, after having consultations with my immediate friends, my family, I said, my daughter, my fiance, I will work with you. You will be my leader forever, and you will be my last boss stop. But what happened that the father he reached out to me, it was on that day that I drew the conclusion that he left. Everything has time. No matter how you fight in life, once it is not your turn to make breakthrough, you will definitely not make breakthrough. I was not contemplating if you thought I ever had the slightest mindset of working with Speaker Kofa. And I'm lying to you this morning. Never. But it was God that touched his heart. And I mean, my political background there, that I was one of the people who fought aggressively, and I want to say this unapologetically, his political leader, Mr. George Weah. I fought his political leader. And he reached out to me. He said, Byron, in the interest of the country, elections are over. Let us work together. So I asked myself, I said, this man is more than a leader. So the moment I posted that on the social media, the media took it, and I asked myself, I said, God, why me? But it was this message that came to my mind. I said, Byron, once it is your time to explore in life, nothing can stop it. And I want to say this morning openly that how grateful I am. I want to say thank you to the speaker. Thank you so much for reposing your confidence in me to work with you.
Now that you're in the office of the Speaker, let's look at your first your position you do and in the reception within the office of the Speaker. How is it? What is your position?
Well, I'm the media supervisor stationed in the press bureau covering the first branch of government, the legislature, media supervisor. But I'm stationed, red station within his office, covering, working with my colleagues, my boss, one Leroy Sompo, my colleagues who are there. Uh, since I joined them, they have been very, very much receptive. The terrain itself is so comfortable. They do not see me as somebody who just joined them, but their arms are open up to me, and we are like a family. And I'm so grateful to God for such an environment that, nobody told me since I joined them, oh, Byron struggle with us, Byron, they won't, blah, 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 blah. but they openly embraced me as a brother. They took me and I keep learning from them. And I lower my ego. I lower my ego. I don't have ego. Always waiting to learn. So we are having a fantastic, relationship. The team spirit is so hard. In the speaker's office, we do not have opposition, no position. This may struggle or they may never struggle or no. It is a teamwork. That's why you see around him. Look, when a leader wants to build himself, or a good leader, you get to know a good leader from the men and women he has around him. Do not have this perception to say, this man wasn't clear. This man didn't support me. No good leader will tread on gossips or on tribalism. The speaker in that category. So today, around him, you have aggressive young men and women. Men and women who are ready to defend him intellectually. Okay. Men and women that can open up, go in the public domain to be that chance to say, this is our leader. This is the speaker. This is the man that the Liberian people love. So I feel so great to say the environment is fine for me.
Okay. So as media supervisor in the office of the speaker, specifically, what role do you play? What do you do?
We are there to propagate the messages of the, his office, work with our colleagues, doing session, supervise or supervisor. Yeah. Just to work with your colleagues, the shift, balance of power. That's a shift. Because I know them and they are all professionals. So why do I have to advise them? And I understand that they have good departments. So why advise you? Or just to shift, to say, oh, come here, you do this, little instructions, just that every one of us should work together when session is called to order. But for me, I think my colleagues who are there, the various journalists that always cover the lower house or the honorable house of representatives, they are men and women who have integrity. So why am I going to advise them? Well, they have men and women that know what they are doing. So I think it is just for teamwork. Yeah, teamwork.
You supported. I would say President Weah. You were against former President Weah. What do you hear from those from the Unity Party? You being the speaker, being a CDC speaker, an opposition speaker. What message do you hear from supporters of the Unity Party? Barrett, how Barrett's in the office and the speaker of CDC and the president. What message? What do you hear?
Let me say this: I am not a product. I am not a partisan of the Unity Party. I am a senior member of the Indefatigable or Liberian Party, ALP, the ALP. Unapologetically, for 6 freaking years, we established all of the radical opposition movements. The CPP Solidarity Brigade in Georgia, all campaign, all these exorbitant groups. We led young men and women with moral rectitude to weed Georgia out of power unapologetically. Then I did that. And I supported Mr. Joseph Boakai for president, and that's my past. Elections are over. So again, you ask me, how do they perceive me? Listen, it is about our country like this. And my left, my political left, is centered around my country. It is not for a particular individual. And the person who I'm working with, he doesn't see Liberia as a political ground, not political ground, but as a country that only belongs to a particular group of people. He sees Liberia as a country that belongs to every one of us. So in his office, you have United Party people. In his office, you have CDC people, you have ALP people, you have Man of Guild, Gola, through everybody in the office of the speaker. So people, when I announced that on the social media, even at the angle of the Unity Party, people were angry. And even people who were in the Unity Party, senior government officials, they are friends of the speaker. They respect him, even the president. He has had regard for the speaker. They are friends, best of friends. You just see all these political rigmaroles on social media from the little guys. on Kofa, and although he comes from the CDC, but he and the president, they have that good human relationship. They are friends. They are buddies. So yes, I feel so proud to be working with him.
Okay, so let's come to Unity Party President Waka's administration. In January, the president took office and he made several promises to the Liberian people, issued rules and other things. But the president is almost 9 months in office. Let's hear from you. What can you say about the performance of the Unity Party government under President Waka?
Well, I want to say this for the record. My statements may do not represent the office that I come from. On this particular question to answer, the question.
Yeah.
My statements represent me because I just want to be very much clear, frank to the public. How do I see the government that we brought to power? How do I see the leadership of Mr. Joseph Waka, President Joseph Waka? I think it is my opinion that this president is sliding into a state of contradiction. It is sad. And this is not what we settle for as a country. This is not why we stage protests many days in front of the U.S. embassy, burning intellectual tires right in front of Nigeria House. This is not what Byron Brown stood for by mobilizing men and women to fight the president, this president, sliding into a state of contradiction and tribalism. I want to believe this. This is my opinion. Why? We fought Georgia in this country for 6 freaking years. During our opposition days, we said the likes of Samuel Weah, Nathaniel McGill, Jefferson Kochi, they were stealing millions of dollars. We talk about ritualistic killings, the lack of accountability, tribalism, rampant corruption. And one of the major reasons that I supported the Unity Party government unapologetically and I fought Georgia in this country was because I had this perception that this president taking state power in his 90 days, he would led real war or declared war against corruption. He hasn't. And I believe he would not do that. In the first place, where is the country today? There is no country that can prosper, no government that will gain the admiration of its international partners when that government lacks the moral or the strength or the resolutitude or the courage in fighting corruption. The first thing, when I knew that this government was not serious at all, was when the president took over, we wrote a masterpiece, Lazarus commemorating, and we submitted it to the president via the social media because I expect him to be on the social media. This is a new world order. Call it on him, Mr. President. In order for people not to have this perception that you are witch hunting, read the U.S. Embassy, read international or integrated groupings in the international forum to aid your government in seeking or going after former government officials, quote unquote, who were accused of investment or embezzled millions and millions of dollars. People who build mansions and mansions at the expense of the poor peasants. They were embarrassed. Now you do not see advices. It's around, there's flow. We gave him advice. So many articles. Has that been known? No. The very same people who subjected Liberians to excruciating, they are all passing around And some today, they are seen as freedom fighter because due to the lack of, that's the will of fighting corruption. You have a government today, a president is in power. Every day, yeah, people ask me, dependable nursing, I know, nephew, they made them a is that how you run a government? You do not run government on the basis of tribalism. My uncle, this man is my uncle. Oh, this is not what we fought for. So I'm so disappointed. The very same people who subjected Liberians to hardship, they are the same people who are passing around. The Access Declaration, how many properties have they confiscated from past government officials? With all these promises that they made to the Liberian people, oh, when we come to power, we will do XYZ. We will break away from the past. Today, you have these same people who spoke against all the ills in our country. They are here. The LTA. People are there, men are there, we are still taking 15,000 United States dollars, although they are saying that they made it there. Or you made it there, that human being put it there. Why you can't take it from there? This country is in crisis. It's in crisis because we have not, broken away from the past. And it is a complete contradiction to our country, to the Liberian people. When the people elect you, you come to power, they put you to power to change the narrative. You come to power not to steal, not to run a government on the basis they may put low country, so that they may work with me and I'm a dependable nephew. Is that why you run government? Then what's the significance that would change Georgia out of power? What's the excess? Why did we, run all these nasty propaganda? See, the country is in crisis, serious struggle. And on this path, on this identical path, I'm sorry. The Unity Party will never smell, never belongs to God. But I do believe the Unity Party will not smell power 2029. Because the Liberian people are not stupid. The ordinary, the real people, the real voters, they are right here in this market. They are listening to me this morning. You think the people stupid? You think the people stupid? We spoke against George Weah for, how you call it, what's the policy, his financial policy when subject to the rest of the people. Yeah. Today you come to power. The CSF boss, he's there, removing people's names from the West hunting people politically. A scenario, what happened at the MCC? There were Liberian citizens who were removed. Evidence circulated on the social media on the basis that they criticize the president. Is that how you run government? This is not what we settle for. We have blood in our eyes. The president needs to recalibrate. See what is happening. Yesterday, I got on information this morning. Double Jara. You were talking about the situation, what led to the resignation of the current minister, Ami Mora. He accepted Ami Mora's letter of resignation, but he has rejected the communication of Double Jara. On what basis? So in law, I'm not a lawyer. I do not have that legalistic mind. But the giver and the receiver, are they not the same people? So if you're talking, say, okay, you, Ami Mora, leave from government because you bought God, I called money 89,000 plus. Who gave Ami Mora the money? I thought you should be taking action against these people. Why? Why will you allow Ami Mora to resign and you want to maintain this man Double Jala in your government? This is an affront to the Liberian people. And I want to use this media to call on the president.
This is a man that you supported 100%.
Look, let me tell you something.
One would say Barra is better for reason. Why?
Why will I be better for? Let me tell you something. Right? For 5 to 7 years, nobody knew that I was not working. Why would I be better? Things were very tough. I subjected myself. I had to go sell, alcohol. Now, Jalatan. And I have to say this. It motivated young people. I never wanted to subject myself to begging around here. So I said, yes, I know all these big guys, but let me do something to motivate young people. Why would I be better for? Better for what? What do they have to give me? Has a way of putting food on his servant's table. He has a way of feeding people. Yes, if you think by saying true or speaking truth to power makes me to be a better man, then I want to be a better man. But that sycophantic stuff, we have to dispel such. We have to put the interests of the country first. Not because I supported you, I brought you to power, then I should be on the social media, on the radio, defending your indefensible attitude. Is that why the Liberian people brought you to power? This is not what we brought them to power. So if somebody will say I'm better, yes, I'm better in the interest of the Liberian people. The people in District Number 8, Monserrado County, the last time an incident occurred right down Warwick community. Floor matter, my man, you couldn't believe it. Baby sleeping in water, floor issue in zinc round, or shacks, zinc shacks. People craving just to eat. There are many people this morning listening to me asking God for 150 Liberian dollars to feed their family. Some cannot provide. In our country, you have one man taking 15,000 home. Then you say, Baron Beta, we talk about it and say, oh, you brought the government to power. Why are you better? I'm better because when I have it, other people don't have it. It sickens me, it pains me, it vexes me. Wow. That's why I'm better.
This is Baron talking.
Yes, I'm better. We want this president, and I believe that it is not too late. He can shake up. He has nothing to prove to the Liberian people anymore for the summer years of his time in government. It's like the people retire with the presidential position. All you have to do is to raise his standard. Fight for the country. Don't fight for party. Don't say because I'm a unity party, they may support me and I will shield him. This is not the type of country we fought for. You think some of us, we were not tempted financially, we were enticed financially to join the CDC in this government or doing all of our struggle days. But we let it down. We say, okay, because of integrity. Then I was part of the ALP. When my political leader, my father, Benin, you were joining the CDC, Costa, my colleague, and the rest of the people, I refused to join them. And I said, I do not have that face. Everything I ever said against Georgia, you want me to go join Georgia? And I called him and said, Chief, I love you, but I cannot join Georgia. Let me stick with the opposition. And my CDC friends respected my decision for that. So today, if we're speaking against Baga, you say Baron Angry, people who know me, they will say the type of guy I am. I speak truth to power. I'm not afraid. That's the least thing I will ever do in my life, to be afraid to speak truth to power. If it was wrong yesterday, it should be wrong today.
The president said no business as usual. Did you see? I mean, that particular statement has been circulating. Everybody is, telling, oh, yeah, no business as usual. What is? I mean, do you see business as usual on the President Wakai?
Well, it is business as usual. Like I said, it is business as usual. Number one, I think the president is not in full control of his government. He has allowed his government to be governed by few, elites. Yes, few elites at the level of the executive mansion. It makes me, I believe that he's not in charge. If this man was in charge of his government, but not Double Jala is out, he would tell Double Jala to go. If this president was in charge of his government, traveling with more than 15 to 16 people on your team that we spoke against, we used to say, oh, Joe, we are going with him. The next government, the president will reduce it. And the same thing happening today. He's not in charge of the government. It's sad. The president needs to put his foot down to fight corruption, my brother. The resources of this country should be divided equally among the people. He needs to do that. My brother, let's put politics aside. People are suffering in this country. People are suffering. You won't believe it. Leave Monrovia. What in Monrovia said? Leave Monrovia and go right here. Wapuru County, the remote areas. See how babies are suffering. The JFK, 2 nights ago, I went to JFK at 12 o'clock. Mama, you won't believe it. People, they're using drip. I call it, people also only taking medicine, no bed at the level of the GFK. Then you want me to come in studio to say, yeah, the government doing good because I supported the Unity Party, or because I fought Joshua. But if these people are not careful, my prediction, and I want you to save this broadcast, I foresee that Joshua will make a huge comeback.
You think Joshua will come back?
That's my prediction.
It's left with the Liberian people to decide.
That's my prediction. Because it's like the people were angry. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. If they are not careful, it's like they are trying to, they are empowering more because when the people are disappointed, they will just say, okay, then I put this man back. It's like the Trump and this man Joe Biden's situation. You see what is happening, although Kamala Harris is giving him some tough time. But you see, Joe Biden had no other option when they knew that all of his approval ratings were dwindling. He had to step aside. So these people who are in power, the issue of arrogance has overwhelmed them. And it is sad. LPRC, all these areas. I know some of these things. These balls are getting reached over that. What is the rush for wealth? How much do you need so much to survive? How much you everyone can eat? Why people don't read history? Where is Paul Biya today? Where is King Solomon in the Bible? For the world leaders, where may her arches rest in peace. I hate to bring this back, as a remember, stuff. But the late Geraldine Joe Chevy, I was driving around every day where she built her mansion around what's the name of the area? The Dwasson Belt. Go and see that it is in room. Go and see, so how much do you need so much to survive? That when the people put you to power, you come to power, you just want to steal. You want to shield your friends. Then every day you say, oh, their country, they want. But the people give you power. It reminds me of the book, The Gods Are Not to Blame. When the citizen or the people of King Udu, I think Udumuyawa, when they gave King Uduwale, he started complaining. The people said, I will make you king. You have to behave like a king. You have to serve like a king. You are no longer activist. You have to behave like a king. To make you president. Why are you complaining every day? Why are you hunting people to do it differently? That's a crisis in the land.
That's a crisis in the land. The president was away when this issue of the Minister of Commerce, former Minister of Commerce, Weah, came out, and there were public outcry that was calling for investigation. That in fact, it is by law that no official of government, appointed official, should purchase a vehicle worth over 45,000. And then this 2024 SUV Chevrolet, we saw the Minister of Commerce, Weah, using the vehicle, and it took social media. The president was still away. Then when it came out, but on yesterday, Minister Weah, former Minister Weah, tendered in his resignation, and it was received. But it was confirmed by the presidential press secretary. The president received, accepted the resignation letter. What's your take on this whole resignation for Weah?
Yes, on this one, I think Weah, he raised the bar. It is rare to see this in Liberia. Liberia is the only country that when they say bar on a road as a government official, instead of the people carry me to court, I will carry them to court. Yeah. I tend to be corrected, but I have to then be proud I'm doing this morning on this one. I have to do my own research. Where a government official came under public pressure, and that government official stepped down.
The Minister of Finance, former Minister.
Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's why I say help me. Help me. Yeah. So
before in 1 year time, two ministers.
So like I said, he raised the bar. no room to commend people on bad things, But he raised the bar, by relinquishing his position because that alone was an integrity issue. But my position here, and I want to commend the president on this one. Sometimes you have to be very much objective. Yes, the fact that he said, I mean, you have to you have to kiss the door. The fact that the president mustered the courage, your former chairman of your party, somebody who financed your party, to look at him to say, my man, you have to leave my government. I mean, we have to give this one to the president. But the president needs to go beyond this. The likes of double jala. They were all into this. Like I said, I am not a lawyer. But according to the lawyers, the giver and the receiver, they are all criminals. Again, I had that preponderance of fact to tell you that the both of them, they are criminals. No, I'm just speaking, figuratively, or according to what the legal scholars believe. Because if you are saying he took some $1,000 to buy a car, and because if a double jala would give the money, so you should be able to tell double jala to case the door as well. And they should not just case the door; they should be investigated. So to answer your question, he really raised the bar, and I don't want to comment him when he raised the bar.
Okay. Let me
Then
ask
when you are accused of, let's say, a greatest crime in a country as a public servant, you don't defend yourself. International best practice, you step aside and submit yourself for investigation. So I think you raised the bar.
Let me ask you this. It's a tough question, though, and you will answer it just as you wish to answer. Uh, After the president took seat, or before the president even took seat, after you supported the government won, rumor had it that Barron is fighting to be the mayor, the new mayor of the city of Monrovia, and but he was denied. Now the mayor is John Sharuk Safar. I mean, is it true that you wanted the position, and is it also true that you were denied the position as mayor of the city of Monrovia?
When you are in love with a woman, no, I ask you, you are listening. When you are in love with a woman, it's your bad thing to declare your intention to her. That's my answer. That's my answer. That's my answer. It's not bad. Look, let me tell you something. In politics, when an individual wants your support, I want you to save this broadcast. If a man cannot protect his interests, politics, that man cannot protect the interests of that country that he wants to represent. Yes, openly. And I wrote a communication to the president. When we brought the government to power, I said that's the position I wanted. But the president, the law, the constitution authorizes or it gives the president that, and then they call, how you call it, power to decide who should take this one, who should take that one, but unapologetically, without fear, being bold. I told him, I said, this is the position that I want. So, to answer your question, when you want a woman, now bad thing for you to approach her.
So you wrote
You said no, yeah.
So you wrote the president telling him that I want the mayor position. I want to be the mayor of the city of Monrovia.
That's the position I wanted.
Why did the president decline?
I don't know. Yeah, the reason best known to himself, and that's my past. That's my past, and we move on.
Barron has been pushed aside of the Unity Party. That President Waka, or even those close to the presidency, they do not want Barron around there. They are pushing they are aside.
Look, let me tell you something. We brought the government to power. And whether there were people within the system that fought us, politics, there's in life, you should always have open corridor for circumstances. There will be people who will let you down, people who will fight you. Sometimes there are some people who just don't let you. The fact that you can sit behind this microphone to talk. So internal struggle in politics, internal struggle or ranking in politics, that's another aspect of that. So whether I was fought, whether they pushed me around, well, I have a job now. I work with the a speaker, the third most powerful man in the Republic of Liberia. It is not about the money. I mean, but it is about serving my country. So there's nothing big to do. Look, when you know that you are qualified, any man who knows that he's qualified, that person will dictate to his boss his salary.
Mhm.
And people are listening. When you know you qualify, you fit for a certain position. Why will you be afraid? You walk to your boss and say, I think I'm qualified. I think over the qualified chief. I think these are my credentials, but this is my salary I want. There's nothing big about that. So whether I projected myself for a particular position, I was let down. Whether they fought me, I don't care because I believe in the book of Ecclesiastes. I'm a deacon too. The Bible tells me that everything in life has time. Probably it wasn't my time. It was not my time to serve in his government or to not to serve in his government. But I'm currently working and I tell God thank you. And I pay my tithes in my church. You know, we tell God thank you. We share the little one that we collect monthly. We share with other friends who are not working. So we tell God thank you. We always have, reservation, all these things for problems, for people to let you down. But at the end of the day, you gotta keep pushing. Never allow anything to break you. It is God who controls our future. Nothing should hold you down in life. Even your own kids, they will disappoint you. Read the Bible. Never trust no man. People will disappoint you. But when they disappoint you, see it as a strength and keep moving. It is God who controls our future. So the issue whether Byron, they said if I didn't want, that's my past. I'm moving ahead.
That's your past. We've talked on these national issues. Let's come down now to your district. District number. Um, Currently, what is the status of district number 8? You as a prominent resident of district number 8. What's the status?
Well, district number 8. I mean, oh, how I love this district.
Oh,
The young comrades, our mothers. Yesterday, I was around the Slipway Belt, and the whole place was on intellectual fire. And everybody bow and bow. We keep engaging our people. Now, I don't want to think, or I don't want to believe that identical perception that 2029 is far. See me, I don't have my political feelings. I'm not a fake guy. People who know me will tell you about the type of guy. I'm not fake. When I don't have it, I don't have it. You see, in life, it pays to be bold. When you start to fake your life, that way you can make life so complicated, very difficult for yourself. So I don't fake my life. So the status of district number 8 is okay. My relationship with the people, open the telephone line. Who doesn't know about it? Yeah. Yes. I do not have the money to build hand pumps. I do not have the money to hold beauty pageants, all these kind of stuff to bamboozle the people at the end of the day that will not be able to go back to the people. I don't believe in building hand pumps. Hey, when I intellectual center, they take me out because that's how they can lie to the people. Start building hand pumps, intellectual center, building step, doing all kinds of things, getting back or rest. Then you start lying to the people. I'm a bold guy. 2029. Brainstorming, I will rock it in this.
we will get to that. We will get to that. Your intention for the district, we'll get
Oh,
to
I
that.
thought that was the intention.
So, in recent times, prior to the opening of schools, your team was in the district. Yes, living around, is it? Yeah, team, right? Yeah, donating educational materials like copy books and what have you. I mean, you like you stated, you didn't do build hand forms. You don't have the money. What was the engagement all about?
My brother, aside from politics, you see in life, I'm in the city. We all got our stories to tell. I went to school because of other people's generosity. At a certain point in time, I thought that life was over for me, not having money to go back to school. And I want to say that publicly, that God first, I got my master because of the generosity. Somebody financed my education, Mr. Ben and you other Liberian citizen, prominent people that I reached out to. I humble myself and I kept praying to God. So I know what it means. And I'm a father as well. 7 years in this country, I was not working. And these are things I have to say publicly to motivate other people that it is not yet over in your life. 7 years, young man, you're not working. You read letter from here, there, no way. At certain point in time, you can feel that somebody is behind your success. I'm talking now directly to the people who are listening to me. I have 2 kids. When schools are about to open, thinking how will I get money? I'm into politics. You ask some of your friends, on the other angle, because they are in government for handouts, they will let you down. No way to send your kids to school. So I know the importance of education. I suffer so hard to get to where I am today. So it was on that basis. I let leave the politics. When I got my job, and it was a commitment that I made to God. And I said, God, let's put politics aside. But if you bless me and I get a job, I will not forget to pay my tithe in your house. I will not forget to extend my helping hand to other, to the needed. That's what I'm doing. God has blessed me at least with little what I can earn, whether it is not much, or at least if there are 2 or 3 copybooks that I'll be able to give in various communities in district number 8, in other districts. Let me do it. You don't have to do these things to be bragging. You just have to do it because there are many people, fathers, mothers, and you won't believe it. Who did that donation, 300 students, copybooks and bags that we gave up. I mean, there's a lady who called. That lady started to cry on the phone. She said, Byron, I'm a mother, single mother of 3 kids. When all my kids are in that school, you help me. Let God bless you. She said, Byron, you won't believe it. I don't have nowhere to turn this morning. I've been wondering, I've been worrying where we are from to buy a copybook for my kids. But let God bless you. And I started to share this, and I said, but one way our country be like this, the country is very okay. We are blessed. We have all of the natural resources. But while they say that the bulk of the people will be struggling like this, copybook to buy for your children and something to do again. So, let's put the politics aside. That copybook distribution will continue when schools are about to open by the grace of God. I will little save me. I'll talk to my fiancé. We'll do it because I passed through it, my man.
You're telling me,
Yeah.
humanitarian.
Yes, I would do that. Even if it will be my last saving. If you coming to me for paper talk from the associate, I will disappoint you. If you coming to me for money to go, amuse yourself, I will disappoint. But the moment you say school, where I'm putting, I will help. Because I went through hell to the extent that it was burning out you with his God first. That man had my life to go back to school. That man had to, resuscitate my broken spirit. God first. I had to go back to school. So education is the biggest gift that you can give your kids. There are people who want for their kids to be better than them, but they don't have it. They want to send their kids to better schools, but they don't have it. So for some of us who God has blessed with it, you don't need to have millions to help. So the team Byron, we did it because of our generosity. We did it because we think that the Bible encourages us to always do good, no matter. You don't need to know the person. Just do good, and we'll continue this process.
Your district number 8, has a new representative. For 12 years, it was on a former representative, Akara's grade. Now you have Prince Tools. First of all, how do you see the workings of Prince Tools?
Well, Honorable Prince Tool and Prince Tools, he's my ally, my friend. I always reserve respect for people, whether the both of us are in the scene or you are against me politically or I'm against you politically, because even after the politics, you have to maintain that relationship. We have that relationship. He's my friend. Many days he visit me, and I also visit him as well. And we are friends. I have to say this, not because I'm on this radio and I want to contest against him, so I should come and say all kinds of demeaning things about him. Because when you are there, yes, you are a leader. You will tolerate for people to, criticize you. But the level of criticism, you have to be very mindful. You cannot do it. It should not be brutal to the extent that you not have faith that when you see the person, you'll not be able to go to the person. But here's the thing about my friend. Yes, he got the admiration of the Yes, Honorable Gray made some mistakes down the line, but I think he's a situational representative. He's on the time bomb.
You
And
mean Prince
yeah,
Thomas?
Prince too. I think he's on a political time bomb. He won not because he was loved. If you look at the margin that he won Gray with, I think it was something like 60 or some more, the margin votes. So he needs to double up. And I think the district is sleeping politically, intellectually. This district, all of our leaders, past lawmakers we had, uh, they were all intellectually strong, putting the district on the political left line, on the pedestal, making the district is weak now intellectually. The thing is, when the people make you representative, the people repose their confidence in you. It is not about buying Mamusu Lapa to get somebody Lapa to be building hand pumps. When the people, that leader, needed in such a country like Liberia, they sent you there to advocate for them. When you go to that area and start to advocate, God, look, Liberia is a radical country. And it takes real radical people to run this country. You tell me representative of district, and by now we don't have English on our own in this district. In this whole district, we have almost 22 communities. You won't believe it. We don't have a 50 clinic in this district. No vocational school, nothing in this district. It is not about buying ambulances to be passing around. That's in that old age party or political stuff. Buying ambulances, you ready to buy two old trucks, you paint it, you put your name on it, your picture, you pass it. Isn't that what the people want? You need a brutal individual to be your representative. Look into the face of the president to say, put money in the budget for my district. We want to do XYZ project. We want to empower these young people in our district. Look, if God blesses some of us in the future, I'm going to break all, let's say, intellectual centers down in this district. I'm going to break it down. What the heck? You making good money as a lawmaker, and you can't build intellectual center. People, children should just go and be discussing politics every day where you cannot empower them. I want to see vocational schools. That's what I want to see. Young comrades should wake up in the morning, go and do something, learn something. You can't tell me about intellectual center to go put TV set on a palava hall. You think that kind of thing, I will break everything down. Look, you need a Northern lawmaker. Patriotic Northern lawmaker to be all cop, tomato cop. Yeah, who will be president to make this happen? You can't have the three branches of government in our district. The district is lacking behind. So many things are happening. But again, he will play his part, but I think he's a situational lawmaker. He won great not on the basis of his high approval rating, his political or his popularity, but he won because of those errors, elementary errors on the part of Mr. Gray, going in France to get married, carrying students to the University of Liberia, getting to protest, saying all kinds of things, and banning the district. So the district is open right now politically. And I think that's what me now, people like us, the lead sheriff should be in town. We have to go and cause laws. This country is not for civilized people 100% at the level of the legislature. When I say civilized people, I love to speak in context. I'm not rooting out civilization. But we don't need cool people. You need foreign power. Let me tell you something. You can even remove Joseph Walker. He bring whosoever president. The fact that you have a weak legislature, that country, the president will never work. You need brutal people. You need radical people. You need bold people like you. Bold people. Look, my man, you see in this country, Liberians, we are not noted. That's what Donald is offering. In the United States, in the world, generally, there are people who don't get like bold people. For example, when I get $5 US in my pocket, you ask me, say, Byron, please give me money. I say, I don't have it. The more money I get for my children, the next thing you say, but Byron, I mean it. But I couldn't tell you the truth. I don't have that. That's reality. So this is the type of country we find ourselves in. When you are a poor individual, people always attack on you. They will think that you are an arrogant person. They will think that, oh, this man, they made us, they made me, they made the other man. No, I'm not saying for you to be brutal and to go insult the president. No, I don't believe in that. But people must be true to power in this country. People should be real to leaders. Look at the president. Go on the president. If I'm representative, the first thing I'm going to submit a bill that all the former first ladies in this country whoever received public You know they are in the budget.
What's the
Bwaka Kano Katuma. Our
Yeah,
mother, the first
Bwaka.
yeah, Katuma Bwaka. Joel Howard Taylor. You have Weah. These are people who receive public funds. Why is it that the GSC cannot audit them? You put money in and he say government money. Oh, at the end of the day, what do you tell them? It's, they do their own projects. Government don't even go after them. I'm going to submit a bill. Those people will be removed. The wealth of the president will not be in our budget. 2 million can do a lot for district number 8, for district number 4, for GFK, for the University of Liberia. Giving 2 million or 1 million, while people are suffering, your husband already taking money, millions and millions of dollars. You president, where what more do you want? Look, the moment the year, bro, will be radical. Will be radical.
So what do you think district number 8, your district, is lacking that you really want to
You empowerment. That's one of the major things, bro. Yesterday I was around Perry Street. Go Perry Street, no disrespect to my colleagues who are there listening to me. There are comrades who are just sitting. No, I mean, youth empowerment, young people, no job. I passed through this. I know what I'm talking. Other comrades in said, even when I $30, Sonny, US dollar job, I can work for it. Imagine. Some of the guys are engaged around the Perry Street area yesterday. The young people should be empowered. Vocational schools, education, create avenues for the people. And this is where I want to commend this man, my colleague, Emmanuel Dan. He's really doing well. Okay, he has a big vocational school. The young people from diverse and let's say districts, they are attending. He has other programs for young people. Just to empower them. I mean, it's not easy in this country. They think when the people. That's why they say always elect your best. When you elect your best will always bring his best out of him or out of himself or herself. So I think one of the things that we are lacking in this district, because if you look at the district, we have, so many young people. Youth empowerment should be one of the major issues in this district, which is lacking.
Well, folks, if you're listening to us, this is the Kear Morning Show. It's on Kear Radio, FM 95.9. My studio guest is Chairman Baron on Facebook. It's popularly known, but it's Baron Brown. And of course, you can also follow us on Facebook at Kear Communications Network. We're live and also live on Gordon TV. And we're having a wonderful conversation this morning. We will open the lines shortly, but let me go back to Baron. Baron, I want to ask you this question. And since Prince Toes took office, have you had the time to reach out? Has he reached out to you, especially you being a friend? So have you had conversations on moving the district forward? What can we do as citizens of district number 8?
Well, the both of us will meet every Tuesday and Thursday because
That's in session.
And sometimes joking at his physical morphology, somehow he's like very politics has a way of bringing division among friends, But when he took over, I sent him so many text messages, and I must say this publicly. When a leader is willing to listen, you will succeed. And there were many suggestions that I him, and I'll just hold on to that.
Yeah.
He failed to listen to me, and at a certain point in time, he cut off, and it brought you on. Yeah, he cut me off. And I think then I met him. We met at the Capitol building, and I think 2 months ago, and we talked. He said, "My man Byron, I'll beat you." But before then, joking there, we met at 4-bar position. Down Jalatan. Yeah. And Prince said, I can remember, you see, the walls are powerful than Buddhas. And that's why when you believe, sometimes what you utter from your mouth, your walls are strong, it can come to, effect. And he said, Byron, I'm going to win great. At that time, I was supporting him. I must say this.
Okay.
Yes, I supported him. Yes. And I did everything. I financed his team, his campaign. I said, wow, yes, I financed his campaign. We used to meet at my area, bringing all the young comrades together, or in the trenches for him, or on the social media for him, because I got big platforms on the social media, projecting him on a way. And he called me and he said, Byron, I want to meet with you. And we met at our position. I still have that audio. And he said, Byron, say this. You are going to take over from me.
Princeton.
He said, he said, I just want one turn and you will take over for me as a representative. So when he said that, so when I reminded him, he said, my man, delete you know. But we are friends. I have confronted him. And but I pressed some of the suggestions that I just made publicly that they're trying to empower the young people. I mean, the district comes first. You know, he should do it. Well, 2029, when 2029 we'll cross that in a go river. But he has to work with the young people in order to empower them. Although when you are a representative, it is not your responsibility to build, like I said, you know, houses or bridges, you know, or bridges and what have you. But you have to use your lobbying power in order to make things happen. Because that's the essence. That's why the people put you, you know, to power to represent them. You have almost 20 to 23,000 people in your district. For example, one person for a morning said, go and represent us. Meaning the people they expect you to know better, to be there for them. So I think he needs to double up.
He needs to double up. Well, folks, Baron has spoken. We've had a lengthy conversation. It's 10 minutes past 10. It's time that we interact with you this morning on the issues, all things he's talked about here on our program this morning. The numbers are 0772 758 958, 0772 758 958, 0886 393 184, 086 393 184. The WhatsApp line is +231 886 681198. +231 86 681198. Let's go to the line. Good morning. Yes, sir. Your name and where you call from? Welcome, Mr. Brown. Okay. Thank you so much. 0772 758 958, 0772 758 958, 086 393 184, 0886 393 184 are the numbers. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you call from? Mr. Monaba, welcome.
the hardship is just going to increase. So we want to use this platform to call on the president to share with people rescue or you come to rescue. All I have to do is start right here wrong. It is the reason why on seat the past and thank God we are put in position now. People are correcting the country to make them to resolve the country to any action. That was not very good for them. It's very bad. So I want to tell the teacher there that it's a little more, I don't have no problem with it. Not everybody will want to think of the problem and get position. But in fact, the reality I must say what is still wrong to it. And thank God we are getting the fight. And our own regime, in the past, we were always there to defend. But we are changing the politician or the people of the politician when we bring free air, we are trying to, we are very public.
Okay. Thank you so much for your points. Let me go and take this person right here. Oh, too bad. But the lines are active already. You can call in. Baron. Baron is my guest this morning on Kear Morning Show. We've talked lots of things. You listen to. We talked national issues. We talked Capitol Hill. We came down to district number 8 and his ambition for the district as well, and all of things we talk about. What are your takes on these issues? 0772 758 958 0772 758 958 086 393 184 086 393 184. The WhatsApp line is plus 231 886 681198 plus 231 886 681198. Let's hear you this morning. This person, too bad we lost you there. Let me go to this line again. Good morning. Yeah, you know where you call from? From Mikey, you come from. Okay, Unification City. Let's hear you. Are you following through the radio or the internet? The radio. Okay, from Smell Notice. Go ahead. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. The numbers are 0772 758 958 0772 758 958 086 393 184 086 393 184 are the numbers you can use. Baron, the tough talking Baron is my guest here on the show this morning, and we're talking national issues as well. Baron, we are with course you listen to a few of the colors. Let's hear you, especially one from Broadville. You're bitter.
Yeah, no, I disagree with the comrade who called. He accused me being bitter. I'm not bitter at all. The thing here is that in life, it pays to speak truth to power. Okay, how will I be bitter against my own baby? a baby that I gave birth to, But when you lost a child, it doesn't give you that clue or to or not to discipline a child. So what we are doing is that we are just reminding, the child that we brought for the power that there is a need that child, wake up and move forward because I think he's sleeping and he needs to do more. It is not about power. It's not about getting a job because I already have a job. So so for you to say I'm bitter, I don't know from where he comes from. Or I'm not bitter at all, and I will never ever be bitter. But if speaking for the Liberian people makes me to be a bitter man, then yes, I want to be a bitter man. Yes, if saying that the it needs to work. I'll call on those guys at the LTA to restitute or reform whatever 15K that they took from the government. If that makes me to be a better man, yes, then I agree to be a better man. If calling on the president to fight corruption makes me to be a better man, yes, then I'll agree to be a better man. Yes,
So the lines are active. We'll take a few more calls and then we'll wrap it up here this morning. 0772 758 958 0772 758 958 086 393 184 plus 231 886 681198. Good morning. Yes, your name and where you join us from. Let's hear you. Go ahead. Okay. But sometimes your qualification too matters. So. In most cases, your qualification matters. Mhm. When you qualify, my man, you have. I mean, you have a master's degree, and then you allow yourself to be paid 175 or 150, and you not demand more than that. Go ahead. Mm. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. 0772 758 958 0772 758 958 086 393 184 086 393 184. Those of you on Facebook, plus 231 886 681198 plus 231 886 681198. The numbers, we just have a few minutes to go. Let me get this first. Oh, do that. Well, we have a few minutes, Baron. So you respond and then you just close up.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, so the comrade who just called, I mean, what he talked about qualifications, but not performance.
Performance.
I don't know from where he comes from. But the thing here is, once you believe in yourself, so you expect an individual who has a PhD to say he wants to work for let's say $20 I'm not going there. But anyway, I respect his opinion as well. But it's not opinion statement.
Yes.
Yes, I want to say thank you so much.
That 8 minutes to do.
Thank you so much to this team at this beautiful institution, Kear Radio, right?
Yeah, Kear Radio.
Kear Radio. And I urge one of my colleagues who are on Facebook to keep following this station, via the internet as well. It is a powerful institution that has independent individuals, professional individuals. But my party statement here is I want to call on the government, our President Joseph Numa Bouaka, to stand his ground in fighting corruption. He should not be selective. He should put away tribalism. The issue is this is my nephew, dependable nephew. We have to erase this perception now. We are talking about governance. The Liberian people elected you over Mr. George a popular icon, a war icon, not because you imported more than Georgia, but because they saw mistakes for Georgia. And they said, look, Mr. Georgia, you have to sit, go aside a little bit. We want a political shift in our terrain. So they draw you in as an experienced man who served in government for over 42 years or 40 years. So you cannot come to power today, somebody who came to power on the basis or the mantra of change, to start walking in a pool of contradiction. So that's why I'm calling on the president. So for somebody to say that I'm angry, I disagree with it. Calling on the president to take his rep, Katumu, Waka from all of the budget. Does that make me an angry person? Take the word from all of our budget. The first lady, the 1 million or 2 million you gave him all, shift it towards the GFK. Take your word from all of the budget. Reduce this extravagant spending in your government. This is what we fought for. This is what we fought Georgia for. You think we brought you to power, or we fought Georgia for 6 freaking years to come to power and make some of us sheep? This is not what we settled for. So, like I said, my comments represent me. They do not represent the office that I come from. We'll always be onto it because the country comes first. Liberia first, Liberia last. And this is just the beginning. We'll always remind these people that they came to power to break away from the past, not to indulge themselves into stealing, rampant corruption, nepotism. This is not what we brought them to power. I want to say thank you to all of you guys for such a great opportunity. God bless you and see you.